Hey, everybody. It is late, but I didn't want to let the day go without celebrating the 55th birthday of Star Trek. And come to think of it, I'm Zenny62 on YouTube, which means I was born in 62, which also means that next year I will turn 60 August 4th. So, Star Trek has been part of my life for all of my years, save for five. That's right. And when I say part of my life, I don't mean just because I happen to be alive when Star Trek was created. Oh no. I watched Star Trek when I was little in Chicago. We lived at 7427 Whitworth. I watched it at 7908B South Kimbart. Became a huge fan and wanted to start a Star Trek club when I came to Oakland when we moved from Chicago to really get out of a neighborhood that I really shouldn't have been in. And really found myself in Oakland first at Allendale Elementary and then really at Bret Harte Junior High. And I started the Star Trek Club, and I met my friends Bill and Lars, which I'll get to in a second. And I thought, maybe if I go to Facebook and I type Star Trek Zinni Abraham, maybe I'll get all these, different results and stuff, right? So that's exactly what I did, and this is what I found. Uh, there it is, public photos. And I can't center them, that's the way that they are, but I just want to show you some of the people that have made up my life. These, like for example, this couple, all right, this was at WonderCon, all right, this is April 5th, 2015. Star Trek Forever, enough said. Pretty cool, huh? And I mean, just, really cool. Or how about this famous one? This is makes up my profile. That's my buddy Lars, who passed away now almost 3 years ago. And there's Bill, who I haven't talked to in just a few months. We text regularly, though. He lives in Oakland. We are the men that started the Bret Harte Star Trek Club. That's them. Okay, that's my. And then this is Lars and I on Bart. We had an argument. We argued a lot. And I wrote over 40 years of Star Trek and friendship. On the right, we were riding Bart to Berkeley and the Federation Trading Post, which is a place where you could buy everything from Spock ears to the Star Trek technical manual. And we sang the Star Trek theme. We did all that. So that's what those photographs, celebrate right there. That's what that celebrates over there. Okay. And then go on from there. This was at right here, San Diego Comic Con in Hall H for Star Trek Universe, July 20th, 2019. And that was press. And then I'm a big fan of Supergirl. I'm not sure how Supergirl got there, but I wrote that she says it is important. I said that Supergirl was as important to me today as Star Trek, the original series, was to the 60s. So that's a compliment. And then, of course, Star Trek robes at WonderCon. I forgot to like that one. And I took the photo. Not bad, right? WonderCon in San Francisco. And this is my famous, yeah, I like that. Star Trek when no Trump has gone before. And you recognize that badge, right? That was given to me by none other than Tori Mel, uh, who was running Roddenberry's Rod Roddenberry's store, Roddenberry Entertainment at WonderCon. And he always pinned me. And was this pin was particularly special. It was that's hard to get. And I still have it. And it looks good with black, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't that looks just that's cool. Okay. That's straight out cool. I think it's cool and it's mine. Um, and then there was course, for Patrick Stewart backstage, I was fortunate enough to get this shot of him from the angle that I had. He's going to come out to talk Star Trek Picard as part of the Star Trek Universe panel. And that's my friend Jessica, who's also Zenny62 vlogger, Jessica Dwyer. I don't know who the lady in the sombrero is. This is after the Star Trek Discovery press conference in 2017. Of course, Leonard Nimoy passed away in 2015. Spock from Star Trek never dies, as I said. And then go down here and more Spock in the animated series. The time that I met and interviewed Stephen Collins, the first Star Trek movie, Star Trek the Motion Picture. I interviewed him at the night of One Hundred Stars Oscar party of 2010. And he went on to stardom and then took a fall, and I hope he's still playing his band, though. But I was locked into the fact that he was Will Decker, first officer of the Enterprise in Star Trek the Motion Picture. Some more scenes, and always love to take scenes from Star Trek. I love the animated series. I still watch it. It's actually good writing, folks. It really is. This is from Star Trek panel, Comic-Con. The message of oneness. And that's LeVar, that's William Shatner and Brent Spiner. The 50th anniversary panel. And this was you know what this is? It's from the Oakland Star Trek Convention in 1976 that I worked. I worked. Yep, that's right. And it's Brian Fuller talking. He was about to introduce the panel, Comic-Con. And I have all of these wonderful photos, but also not just these photos. If I go back, my search results, I click on people, and then posts, and then all. And all takes me through, well, all. Enterprise, videos, photos, Star Trek Day, 55 years of Trek, Senator Uhura, and the one person that, out of all this, I met and had the biggest impact on me for a different reason, a very different reason, was someone who appeared in one Star Trek episode. Yep. And that was Celeste Yarnall. And I originally met her. Actually, I've got a bunch of photos that she's in. If I click see all, and I have photos, people, it says into results, but then if I keep going down, posted by video marketplace pages, like that, then I've got the official photos and everything, but I also have this very special set of photographs I was really proud of. And because of Celeste. And so, since this is not working like I thought, because originally I had all those photos there, including her, and now for some particular reason those photos are not popping up. So, let me try this. I'll try Celeste, Zenny Abraham, this, and then Celeste Yarnall, like that. And there we are. That's the party that Celeste got me into. Star Trek VIP party. That's Celeste on the left. I don't know who that guy is. And then there's, of course, Denise Crosby. I don't know who that guy is. Not her husband. I know because I walked Denise Crosby to her hotel room. But none of that was possible without Celeste Yarnall. She quite literally would reach out and just introduce herself. She would not when I first met her, and I certainly knew who she was, but she was just the friendliest, genuinely friendliest person I've ever met in that environment. And no fakery. Okay, she was she didn't know you, didn't big star you or anything, right? She didn't. That wasn't how she. That wasn't her thing. Okay. Celeste didn't act like that. Not one bit. And I'll show you one really fun YouTube video. And sorry if I'm sounding boring, folks, but it's been a long day. I am what I am. At any rate, I am extremely proud of the fact that I was able to experience life in the way that I'm about to show you with Celeste. And you're going to get a kick out of this. There we go. Yes, Celeste Yarnall. And here is Star Trek convention. Actually, this is the first time I met her was here. This was April of 2011, excuse me. April 6th of 2011. Yeah. And she was going to get me in to talk to Malachi Throne. It's Malachi. You would say, why did that happen? It happened because, well, Malachi Throne was a big actor in the 60s, right? But he was also, and I interviewed him once, but he's got this booming voice, and at the time, this kind of imposing presence. Even though he's shorter than I am, but he has this theater voice that is like, it's Malachi. It's like he's almost like Foghorn Leghorn in a good way, right? Well, I didn't want to bother him, even though it was WonderCon. And so this is what Celeste did.
Like to be on Star Trek. Well, if I flashback to
first this is we've talked about her time on Star Trek and what it was like, and this was April 6, 2011, San Francisco, WonderCon. And this is when we first met. This was Celeste Yarnall of the Apple. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Celeste Yarnall, who played Yeoman Martha Landon in Star Trek's episode called The Apple. Celeste, how are you doing? First of all, WonderCon.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here. This is my second year.
Wow.
So I came back because I loved it. I had such a good time last year.
Now, what was it like to be on Star Trek?
Well, you know, if I flash back to 1967, this is a big secret. I had never seen the show.
Really?
I had no idea what a Spock was or a Captain Kirk. And I walk onto the set with paper mache rocks, you know, and my initial reaction was, this must be a great cinematography crew to make this stuff look good. You know, this is...
How did you come to be on the episode?
They had been looking for a guest starring role for me for some time because I had known the casting director, Joe D'Augusta, and he used to bring me in on auditions for the shows that he was casting. And he decided that I was perfect for Star Trek and brought me in specifically to meet and read for Gene Roddenberry.
What was Gene like?
Gene was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I remember Joe and Gene discussing right in front of me as to whether or not they should save me for maybe a meatier, juicier role. So they said, well, how do you feel about doing this part? And of course, for me, it was, you know, the possibility of paying the rent. So I said, oh no, I love it, I want to do this one. Are you sure? I mean, we could, you know, find you something more exotic and costume you up. And I went, oh no, I love this. So one of the first things you do when you're cast, of course, is you go for your fitting for wardrobe. And I remember that I asked them to shorten my costume because miniskirts were really hot in those days. And
Wait,
I wanted
so those legs, right?
That's right. I wanted mine a little shorter. And I actually think the dress that I wore might have been Grace Lee Whitney's dress. Because I remember them saying, well, if we shorten it, what if she comes back? And I remember the costume designer saying, no, she's not coming back. Make it fit Celeste. So,
Wow.
I don't know how Grace would feel about that, but...
Have you met her?
Oh, yeah.
You like the person, huh?
Yes, indeed.
What was it like to be on set with the stars? What was William Shatner like then?
I adored Bill. I was terrified of Leonard Nimoy.
Why?
Because he stayed in character. He was so stern. He never smiled. And Bill was the colossal jokester. So, you know, I learned back in the day what a great comedian Bill Shatner was. And I would always say, you know, you should have your own talk show. You're so funny. People don't realize. And, you know, years later, he has his own talk show.
That's something else. What about the relationship you had with Walter Koenig as Chekhov? What was he like to work with?
I was happy, fine with Walter, but the friendship was developing with Bill because of just how gracious and how funny he was. And you know, now years later, Walter and I have become friends doing these various conventions. But at the time, I was hanging out more with Bill.
Talk to Walter about his son because some people got involved in trying, including myself online, trying to help locate his son who unfortunately, passed.
I of course wish my condolences to him. It's just a horrendous tragedy that no parent should ever have to see their child die. So it's just a horrendous tragedy. Deeply sorry about that. They're lovely people, both he and his wife. We're Facebook friends. I'm Facebook friends with Walter.
And we're Facebook friends, which means we're connected.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed,
that's right.
Indeed. No 6 degrees of
No,
separation
not at all.
for us.
Like one, right?
Part of the first part.
Why is it that Star Trek is such a cultural phenomenon? What is it about Star Trek that takes?
You know, Star Trek is an absolutely amazing phenomenon, and I'm often asked that question, and I think perhaps every time I answer it, I give a little more nuance to my own thinking about it. And I think the reason that it became so popular, besides the beautiful colors and the charisma of Bill Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and DeForest Kelley, which was a triad that was not to be believed with their sense of timing, but I think that Gene Roddenberry painted a future that we all wanted to be a part of. We wanted to be a part of a world of racial equality, no masculine superiority, where men and women were equal, where there was respect for people from other worlds, from other cultures, and it was the world I wanted to live in. You know, I dreamed of being in that world, and I think that's everyone's fantasy, is that we all live long enough to find peace with right over might, and, you know, with the exception of the special effects of the violence of the Klingons, etc. There was always a moral, there was always a prime directive.
Let's wait for this guy. Let's wait for this.
You know?
Hey, Malachi, wave. Malachi, wave. Legend back there.
Legend is right. And he and I were on It Takes a Thief together.
Is that right?
That's right.
Wow.
But that's the only way that I can answer it. And it also, you know, it's our new mythology.
Yeah.
You know, we have the Greek mythology, of course, but it's a brand new mythology. And I've really grown to love it.
All right, so Celeste, do me a favor. First of all, show us your picture with William Shatner. Look at that. Wow.
I call him Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill.
Love Bill, love his wife, delightful.
And let's go over and give Malachi a hard time real quick. Let's surprise him. You want to do that real quick? Okay.
We're going to walk and talk.
We're going to walk and talk, yeah. Yeah. We're going to surprise you and invade your space. Get two Star Trek and science fiction legends together at WonderCon. And Malachi, what do you have to say about this lady?
What do I have to say?
Yes, sir.
I never talk ill of a lady.
Especially with his wife here.
Especially with my wife. Well, you know.
You two are on It Takes a Thief together, yes?
Yes.
Well, he was the star of It Takes a Thief, and I did a guest starring role called Locked in the Cradle of the Keep.
I guess so.
It was the big diamond. We stole that great big diamond
You did?
called the Aid. No, you directed him to come and steal it.
And tell my viewers about this legend of a man and his work as well.
Oh, the legend.
Legend that is Malachi Throne.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't name a television show that he hasn't been on. You
Man
can't
from
even
Uncle?
think of one.
No, not at all.
You did Man from Uncle too.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I did too.
Well, see.
See?
Oh, my goodness. You know, those days are over.
Oh, they're just beginning. Hey, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, you've reached your maximum.
Really?
You've hit your maximum.
The red light's on.
Thank you.
Red
I
lights.
like that. Oh,
I always leave a red light on and the window still.
show us. So, because you got married, congratulations last year.
Thank you so
And
much.
I'm one of the proud recipients of your product. So, thank you.
Indeed, indeed.
Right. Look at this.
Yesterday was our 8th-month anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. So my husband has done an homage, if you will, for some of my classic roles.
So we got interrupted, so now we're back. So you were saying, Celeste, about your...
My husband has created an homage to some of my classic roles, like the one with...
Wow, that's gorgeous.
So what we do, we have combined the holistic paradigm that I'm a part of with my holistic healthcare with Nazim's art, and we call it the Art of Wellness Collection. So now we have for the fans these classic art images that are limited editions. So besides just having a collectible photograph, they can actually have a piece of art that's from a limited edition collection, signed by the artist, signed by me, and we're going to be developing our Art of Wellness Collection Collection website.
When is that coming out?
We just captured the domain name and created one page that gives a brief explanation of what Nazim is doing. And the oils and the acrylics are glazed with this magical glaze that emits health-giving properties from negative ions and far infrared. So when you're in the presence of the original artwork with the glaze, it's actually cleaning the air of mold and fungus and making you, the viewer, feel like you're in a rainforest or like you're at the seashore.
What's your website for this?
So this is Art of Wellness Collection.
Hey, Celeste, show us your book.
Well, this is part of the Art of Wellness Collection.
Holistic
because
cat care.
This is holistic cat care. And our featured product is our Moxor product, which is our super omega-3 for people and pets, as you well know. And our website for that is moxart.com. MOXXART.com.
Holistic cat.
And then we have celestialpets.com for all the pet lovers out there.
It's a cute cat. Is that your cat?
Oh, that's my kitty.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Matrix. I bred Matrix.
Yeah, so that wasn't the only time. I also I ran into Celeste after that, and she's very delightful, as you can see. I ran into her again when I was in San Francisco for an event. I was trying to crash a Star Trek convention. I was going to get in there, and I did. I got a press credential. Myself and Jennifer Mann, my colleague, if you will, and so ran into Celeste there, as I'm about to show you. There she is, Celeste Yarnall. And I'm going to open the video now. See, here's the video. Video details and all that good stuff. We can get the right. Yeah, there we are. If it will play. For some reason, it's not playing. I've got two versions of it. Maybe that's the reason. Okay. Let's try this. Let's get rid of that. Let's try this. There we go. And you know what? You're not going to be able to see that.
This is Celeste. Celeste, great to see you. Celeste Yarnall.
Great to see you.
Oh, wait a minute, right here. You heard it, but you didn't see it. So let me take this. First of all, let me get this one out of the way. Right? Try to get the one out of the way with the video details. That one, okay? And then bring in the right one. Bring in the right one, which I will do by going back to share, stop screen, share screen, and then it will grab it there, allow. And here we are. And so I say this.
This is Celeste. Celeste, great to see you. Celeste Yarnall.
Great to see you too.
How's this convention going for you?
Well, it's really fun. When we saw last, it was Comic-Con in San Diego, and that was my very first Comic-Con. So that was great fun. But this is such a beautiful room.
It is, isn't it?
This is like so elegant. I have a chandelier above me.
Yep.
It's soft lighting. Love it.
Yeah, and so Kirk versus Picard. We're having this little debate.
Oh, I'm one of Kirk's fans.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm a Captain Kirk girl.
Yeah.
Even though my episode Chekhov got the girl.
Uh-huh.
There was a little,
That's true.
you know.
Yeah, there was a little bit of that.
I don't think Kirk was too happy about that.
I think
What do
you're
you
right.
think?
He wasn't. Kirk's a man. See,
And it was that Russian accent, you know, that
Right.
little Russian accent. It was the little boy in him, the kind of Beatlesque look. Who could resist?
exactly. See.
We're not having.
I know, but I'm just saying. Celeste, is great to see you.
It's wonderful to see you too.
You got it.
Now, Celeste got us into this party. She got us into this Star Trek VIP party, and we made this video called I tickle myself that we actually did it, but we did it. It was Kirk versus Picard. No, not the rap battle. It's on A62. And this is it. Right here. Let me play it for you. This, in large part, happened because of Celeste, in a sense. We were already doing it, but she added some spice to it.
People's lives that they went and saw.
Let's start over here. Okay. This is-
Sports, politics, and tech. But I bring it all together for you and present it in a relentlessly unconventional fashion. My name is Zenny Abraham, and this is the Blog Report.
That's the blog.
It's time now for news.
Sorry for the delay, folks. It's a little bit of a buffer there. Make it go faster. There it is.
So we're making a video because I say Kirk's a better captain than Picard, and Jessica disagrees with me. Hey, introduce yourself, Jessica.
Hello, I'm Jessica. I am not a fan of Kirk.
Oh, okay, so why are you not a fan of Kirk?
I believe that Picard is a better captain. As an anthropologist, he's able to document what he sees without changing anything, whereas Kirk is a chauvinistic pig that just wants to have sex with all the lady aliens.
Well, there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, really, there isn't. And that's my point. Kirk's better at getting women. See, it's just, you know.
It's true.
Yeah. That makes a good captain. A captain has to be fearless.
Picard is fearless. He just doesn't need to get laid to prove it.
But, okay, so wait a minute. Kirk was a great fighter, you know.
It's true. Kirk was more
Not that I
of a
can do a fighting.
cowboy.
Yeah.
Picard is an anthropologist, and I love anthropology.
Here, we'll cross the street here. But we have to wait. Okay, yeah. And?
I think he did a better job of not interrupting all of the people's lives that they went and saw.
Okay, so we're continuing this debate as we head to what's remaining of the Star Trek convention. We might get somebody in our video. We might not, right? But I'm right. Kirk all the way.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I thought this through. I thought of pros and cons for each. One, Kirk, cool voice.
Yeah. Yes. Cool voice or cool voice? Cool voice.
Very cool.
Okay. See, Picard to me is like he's an intellectual guy, which is cool. But he's like, hey, I know you. How you doing, man? Good to see you. All right. That guy is everywhere. At any rate, but Kirk is like, he gets it done. He's fearless.
I'm Picard.
Look at me. Okay, show me where Picard actually violated Starfleet protocol.
Why
Man.
would he? He doesn't need to.
Sometimes you do. That's my point.
But he has managed not to and still get everything done and be proud of himself and a good person at the end of it.
Okay, I'm going to concentrate on walking, but this is not done.
Hi, we've just met a friend and he is going to help us argue the case for Picard. Why would you say Picard is a better captain?
Well, personally, I just enjoy him a lot more as an actor. You can obviously tell that there's a reason he's in top movies and not doing Priceline commercials. Reality of it is Mr. Shatner met me at a very young age in New York at a horse show. I asked him for an autograph at the age of 8, and he turned me down.
Oh no! What?
Said that he gets paid to do that.
Bill. That's the bad bill.
That's the bill that has been described by his castmates as well as basically most people. So,
Oh my God, he's wearing a Spock shirt. Yeah.
my opinion is, I wish that he would be a better captain, and I think that Picard sets a better example.
Well, as I said, I think I might get trounced here.
I am completely in agreement, and I think that Picard is better all the way.
But I still remain a Kirk fan. Live long and prosper.
You'll find one. You'll find one. My wife is a Kirk fan.
Hey, thank you. So you appreciate say it again? You were saying.
I appreciate Kirk's gusto. He has feelings, and it's powerful. It's emotional, and I think it helps me connect.
And you're the
with
better
show.
captain, right?
Picard is more tactical and cerebral. He thinks more far ahead, whereas like
More
Kirk
tactical. The Corbomite maneuver.
the Corbomite maneuver was bullshit.
Oh, come on! Wait, I don't believe this.
We've got a secret
It's
Corbomite
like what?
core
It's
that's
like,
gonna
wait a
blow up
minute.
the entire. Come on. What intelligent alien race is gonna be like, oh, you've got a secret machine that nobody's ever heard of?
Wait, could have been, it's like.
Okay, I will give you though. Maybe if Kirk spent a little less time with the ladies, he'd have a little more time.
No,
for,
that's what
briefings
they
and stuff. But at the same time, Picard was pretty distracted with the doctors. So
Did you hear
I don't know if I
Lily?
was
She just said the ship is his main lady.
The ship is right. Yeah.
Same time.
There you go. Well, sort of.
Let's ask these people what they think.
So, Sarah, what say you? Obviously, have an opinion about this.
Definitely not Kirk. It would have to be Patrick Stewart. He was definitely more sophisticated. Loved all the women too, but he just had that aloof to him that was just and a maturity that was just beyond.
I have a question for you when I come back. Say you, sir.
Obviously, I like Picard's uniform, but Kirk was the man.
Yeah.
I grew up with Kirk, and he was the cowboy, but that's why he won every time.
Yeah. Do you have a?
Oh, definitely Picard.
Wow.
His message was, equality and humankind.
So like the Kirk Picard.
I'm a Kirk person.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm still in the lead. I'm in the lead by 2. I'm in the lead by 2. Yes.
Wait, what's the count? What's the current count?
I forget, but I know I'm ahead by 2, right? yeah. So Kirk was he violated Starfleet protocol. He was always the trailblazer. Those aren't qualities in a leader.
I think they all did that. I mean, there's many times when everybody went outside the realms of what had to be done.
Yeah.
Kirk was good, but he was a lot less sophisticated. I mean, he just didn't do it.
And this man is the perfect stand-in for Patrick Stewart. Thank you so much.
Picard is like,
Yeah. Well, we've asked everybody, but this is Baylock. Baylock, Kirk versus Picard. Who do you pick? Why? This is great. And Picard's like, come on. Why?
I love Picard as well, but come on.
Yeah.
The original captain?
This is what a lean woman looks like. Yes. I hear you. Hey, thanks a lot, Baylock. I really appreciate that.
Anytime.
Asking Lightspeed Fine Arts Nina, Kirk versus Picard.
I think I'm going to have to go with Picard.
Jessica. She's one ahead.
7 seasons versus 3. Can't argue with that.
So it's a matter of employment.
Pretty much. The retirement plan. He was on the Starfleet retirement plan.
So in spite of her review, buy her prints anyway. Get a website.
Lightspeedfineart.com.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
This is Celeste. Celeste, great to see you. Celeste Yarnall.
Great to see you too.
How's this convention going for you?
Well, it's really fun. When we saw you last, it was Comic-Con in San Diego, and that was my very first Comic-Con.
And so Kirk versus Picard, we're having this little debate.
Well, I'm one of Kirk's women.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm a Captain Kirk girl.
Yeah.
Even though my episode, Chekhov got the girl, it was a little,
Yeah, there was a little bit of that.
I don't think Kirk was too happy about that.
No, I think you're right. He wasn't. Kirk's a man. See?
It was that Russian accent, that
Right.
little Russian accent. It was the little boy in him, the kind of Beatlesque look. Who could resist?
Exactly. See?
We're not having.
I know, but I'm just saying. Celeste, it's great to see you.
It's wonderful to see you too.
You got it.
So we have a debate show online.
Oh,
We just met her, and
Let me explain. That party that we are in now, that segue, was because of Celeste. She gave us a VIP card to get up there. And that's how we got into the Star Trek VIP party at the Westin St. Francis on, I believe it was the 8th floor. Yeah, that's how.
She's dressed as one of my very favorite Dana's daughter.
Congratulations.
And she just won a costume contest.
Whoa, very
Father's going to be so proud.
nice. Let's get you in the light over here. Take a look at you.
And you're breaking my brain.
Wow.
I did it for Father.
You did it for Father. Your father's going to be proud. Congratulations. I got a final question for you. Kirk or Picard?
Picard.
Again. She's like, you're very happy.
I know.
Duh, I'm a Kirk fan.
This is the theme of this week's debate.
Yes.
Kirk versus Picard. So.
A lot of men pick Kurt.
Yeah. Okay. I'll accept
Because he's, you know,
Yeah.
he's Kurt.
He's Kirk.
He's total man. 150% man. So it makes sense.
The conversation continues. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was one of my more fun videos. And like I said, Celeste played a big part of that because we actually also have an interview with Nichelle Nichols from that, and I actually should show that, shouldn't I? Since this is Star Trek Day, and I should see who Nichelle Star Trek, and just found it. Yes, I just found it, and I'm going to replace that with other one. Excuse me. I believe I'm. Yeah, that's it. Let me play it.
This is legendary Nichelle Nichols. First of all,
Now, again, this is at right here. There it is. Okay. This is at the VIP party, the same one that Jessica Mann and I were at. So let me play this right now. Here, see?
this is legendary Nichelle Nichols. First of all, it's an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Why does the Star Trek universe endure?
Because a great man named Gene Roddenberry decided that it had to, and that people had to know, and had to understand who we are and what we are, and how important we are to one another. Black, white, yellow, brown, red, male, female, tall, short, medium, dark, understanding. He did it in such a way that it was so reasonable that it changed the face of television, and it changed how we thought. It really changed society. It really changed society and how we thought about one another. It was no longer safe to be just white or just black, or to resent, or to look down, or to feel superior, but to have a oneness, to get closer to a oneness, and to each one's amazement how that oneness enlarged the one.
Yes.
Our outlook on life, our outlook on ourselves.
Yes.
Everything about the world became important and part of me. not just me and I.
Do you think he
Me
paved,
and who I am.
as I think of it, do you think he paved the way for Barack being President Obama being elected?
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. And this is exactly the man came. I wormed my way into.
I can't imagine you worm. Just your presence is amazing. It's like, you know.
into an interview with him in the Oval Office.
Nice.
But he made the mistake of making a comment some months or years ago that he had when he was in college, a young man in college. He had this deep. He had this.
Hold on one second, folks. I will. I'm just going to mute this. Okay, we're back, folks, and here is Miss Nichols.
What do you call it?
Dress crush. Okay, crush. Yeah. Had a crush on you.
No, on Lieutenant Uhura.
That was you.
No, well, it just happened to be me, you see. So it wasn't on Nichelle Nichols, it was on Lieutenant Uhura.
Well, I have to confess to you, when I was 13, 14,
yes,
I had a poster of you at my bedroom.
Yes. And so I heard about him saying that he had this crush on Lieutenant. He had made this statement in public that he had this crush on Lieutenant Uhura. So when I went to Washington, I was in Washington doing something very important. And I said, now I've got to find out. So these wonderful friends of mine, one of whom was a friend of his, and she arranged for me to have a interview in the Oval Office with the President of the United States. So we went, and I took a poster of Uhura as a very large one, scale. And I said, something like, you've changed the face of America, blah, 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 blah. You go, Obama. You go. And he wasn't expecting that, and I had to be cleared at the gate to see what I was bringing in. I was cleared to come in, but I'm bringing in this. The guys at the gate opened it up and saw it, and they laughed. They were wonderful. They said, well, we'll let it go in under one condition. We get a copy of it to us, one of these to us.
Nice.
Well, I haven't had one in the car with my girlfriend, and I gave it to them, so they let me. Excuse me, I'm doing an interview, but I'll be with you in a minute. Give me a kiss. Thank you. But then we, when I went in made this statement, and I said, well, Mr. President, I didn't want to take up any of your time, and they told me I had 5 minutes with him. I would have, because he had
That's a lot of time.
20 minutes later, I left. I think it was only 20 minutes. And we talked, and I explained to him why he was so important to me and the world, not just as president, and not just as Barack Obama, but what he stood for was what we all wanted. You understand that? And that he had meant so much and does continue to young people. And when I say young people, I mean young black people, young white people, young brown people, yellow people, young people in this world, to see that somebody who doesn't look like who was already there for years and years and years is just as capable, if not more so, and just as dedicated and blessed as if not more so in a given circumstance. And that if he can do it, my son can do it. If he can do it, I can look up there at my president, I can do it. And it doesn't stop with what he looks like. It doesn't stop with what I look like. If I'm white, if I'm black or green or blue, if he can do it, he changed the face of how we think of ourselves. And he changed the face of television forever.
Yeah. About to make you cry.
Yes. Yes.
You're absolutely right.
And the man is incredible. His vision is vast. And it's not black and it's not white, not yellow, red, brown. It is.
It's almost the personification
It is
of Star Trek.
all of. It is us.
Yeah.
It is we the people. That man is we the people.
That's well said. That's perfect way.
That, and so the folks, that could not have happened without Celeste Yarnall. She's the person that orchestrated that. And she's done that too. She has I have another example of a time I met her at an Oakland convention. I don't know if I ever checked. She put up the video though. I don't know. I believe it might be back in California, but she was always making sure that I was in the world of Star Trek. Celeste died 74 years old a couple of years ago. And it's a great lady. Always miss her. So anyway, subscribe to Zenny62, bookmark OaklandNewsNow.com, and live long and prosper. That's it. Ends this broadcast.